Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone down to Bitcoin. We got the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Bitcoin is coming back. It's correcting, obviously, as things do. You come down. I've taught you that. There is a key level support. Let me show you immediately where that key level support is for Bitcoin. So just there with Bitcoin, you can see you're breaking out this red trend line, which puts you in a technical target of roughly the 1414 at 26223. Right now, you're running to the 55 and you're coming back for support. I do think that your technical support is 21873. You get fruitful putting some longs on there if you're not already long already off this long and this long here, okay, that we've a lot of the CoinsKid community jumped in on. So personally, I'm still in my long. I'm moving my stop loss. My stop loss is currently on that low right now. If it comes down, I'm still going to make money. This is how it works, okay. Now you could, if you want to, go short off this and come down and ride it all the way off that. I'm not short at the moment, to be honest with you, but what I'm looking to do is add to my long position on that level there, that key support that I think potentially is looking for a key level support. It might not even get there, okay. You might not even come all the way down to that. Now precursor today, if you start to close outside of this white trend line, all you've done is broken out, run to the 55, coiled up on this white trend line and this resistance here, the 55, and you're looking for the continuation here for Bitcoin, in this bullish scenario right now for Bitcoin. So that's the bullish outlook. The bearish outlook, obviously, is if you start to come down and you start to lose support, close back inside this pattern, you could say, okay, we got a bit of a throwback, bit of a fake out, bit of a bull trap, and you're coming down and you're losing these lows. And you lose them lows, you're going to come down. And this bullish scenario that I'm looking at, this setup for Bitcoin, is not going to come to fruition right now. But I think that Ethereum's front running the show. Okay, I do need to keep an eye on Ethereum for you. I've posted it on Twitter today that it's coming in for an ABC. You've got a rising wedge. It looks as though the potential target of that's been met before continuation. Okay, and this is how it works. So for me, I think that if Bitcoin can do one thing here by the end of the month, you're going to invalidate any kind of bearish scenario for me, and you're going to confirm that the bottom is in. Okay, so I'm looking for something by the end of the month here for Bitcoin. I did do a tweet yesterday on Twitter about this potential scenario that I'm looking at. It was a bit of a cryptic message. I wanted to see if anyone could crack the code. Not one person cracked it, basically. Basically, what we're looking for is a massive signal from Bitcoin that I think, you've got around about 10 days here. I think you could potentially be on the cusp of this signal coming in. And if you start to see that signal, wow, if you're looking for an entry point, just wait for that. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial advice on the channel, but right here, we've nailed this bottom so far. We're acting beautifully off it. Ran to resistance support, coiled up, breaking out right now. Falling back to support, looking for the continuation, and people are becoming even more bearish, okay, thinking, this is some kind of bear market and we're doing something like that. Obviously, anything is possible, but we have to adhere to what the data in the chart is telling us right now. The data is telling us that you bounced off the low, you coiled up, you're breaking out. You've got another cycle low indicator there, the pi cycle bottom indicator that came in there as well, and again you're acting beautifully off that as well. So all I'm doing is adhering to data for you. Now one thing that we could say right now, which would just be a massive slap in the face to the bears and the bear market, is this. I'm going to show you, and it's absolutely possible that Bitcoin can do this. Absolutely possible, because this is Bitcoin. This is how volatile crypto is. Now if you see this by the end of this month, then I'm absolutely right. I've nailed this market, okay, because I think that what you've got is a massive impulsive move into 2023, and the end of the bull market, basically, into the latter part of 2023 right there. And obviously, if it doesn't, it's going to invalidate my scenario that I'm looking at, and it's going to throw it all out the window. And at that point, you've got to, say, okay, we are in this multi sort of month-year bear market right now, and Bitcoin and crypto is looking too clever, and the macro environment is, at the moment, isn't it? Okay, but, given the macro environment, we have bounced beautifully off this. We're coiling up, so we're creating this beautiful market structure at the moment, but we want to see the follow through. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So the bearish outlook is if we start to come down and lose this low down here, you can see we've got another impulsive move, retest that, and we're looking to come lower. And if that happens, I'll give you targets basically for Bitcoin. But what we're doing right now, I have to adhere to charts for you. I can't lie or make things up. At the moment, you're breaking out of a triangle, a ascending triangle, sorry, a triple bottom. You're breaking out. You look like you're coming back to support. You're looking for continuation. It is what it is, okay? So that's a bullish scenario, because I think that if this thing happens here for Bitcoin, there'll be absolutely no case for the bear market anymore, okay? And you could say, we've been in a massive correction of a bull market. So what am I going on about? So let me show you right now. So just stay on the monthly time frame. So I always say to you, if in doubt, zoom out. In my opinion, if Bitcoin does one thing this month, okay, and it has to be this month for me, if it does this month, or possibly next month or this month would be even better. But if it does this one thing, it's all systems go here, and it's really simple. If you can close the month out above that white trend line, that's number one. That would be really bullish. But the most bullish thing here that Bitcoin can do is close above where this candle opened in June, okay? Because if you can see Bitcoin come up and close above 31777, okay, if it closes above that, then for me what you're creating is the massive signal here that your correction's in and you're not in a bear market. You're actually looking at an impulsive move like this, okay, leading into 2023. And in my analysis of the fact that you've got an impulsive 1, a corrective 2, an impulsive 3, corrective 4, and you're looking at an impulsive 5 just there is bang on basically. And we've got a massive uptick here, not just in Bitcoin, in altcoins. Now there is a lot of confluence here for me of this scenario playing out, because the likes of XRP, Chainlink, VeChain, a lot of coins from this high last year, April, have put in an ABC zigzag correction. And I've seen these corrections with XRP before mid-cycle, okay? So I know I'm repeating myself to a lot of the regular viewers here of the channel, but all I'm doing is saying what I'm seeing, okay? At the moment, the bullish scenario for me is if you close above this candle where it opened in June, you're creating a bullish engulfing candle. And the last time we did that after correction was in April 2020. After this correction, we've got A, B, C zigzag correction. You've got this A, B irregular correction. And right now you're on the cusp. You're absolutely on the cusp of doing exactly what you did there in April. If you come up and you close above that candle there, you're creating a bullish engulfing candle and you're looking for the break. You created a bullish engulfing candle there and you got the break, okay? And within a year, you was up there putting in a brand new all-time high, wasn't you? So like what I'm saying to you is, if from this point right now, when people are really bearish and you're looking at something like this, and the macro environment and things like that, and sentiment, always the best optimal opportunity, isn't it? And because Bitcoin could be on the cusp of doing something like this, and you could be at the 168 by this time next year. You could be looking at 145 K Bitcoin by this time next year if Bitcoin goes through the very similar cycle that it did the last time it did this. Do you understand? So again, if we don't see that, we don't see that, but it's just something that I'm looking at. It doesn't make me a perma bull or whatever, perma bear. It's just data, it's charts, okay? It's analysis, a technical analysis. So right now, this is something I've been drumming on about for a very long time, this ABC correction, okay? This wave 4 correction right now. I'm seeing a lot of people playing catch up to this scenario as well as a potential scenario playing out. And obviously, if we can start to do this and close above that level of support right there, and create a bullish engulfing candle, you're doing exactly what you did in this ABC correction, where everyone was fearful of continuation. You're in the floor and you start to break out, in the floor and you start to break out, and then everyone's scratching their head. Why is it doing it? Because like I said to you, Bitcoin does what the hell it wants to do. Okay, given the macro environment or whatever, it just does what it wants to do. So I know a lot of people down here saying, well, there was stimulus checks and things like that. But obviously, that could be a factor. We'll see. Time will tell, won't it? But this is the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario, like I said to you, that it doesn't do this. You run into this resistance. You fail to get back up at 55 for a very long time. You've got to give more precedence to the fact, okay, well, we're coming down, and we sweep that one low, one high just there. You're negating this potential scenario that I'm looking at for Bitcoin, okay? And that's basically it, For me, right now, I'm still in a long on BitGet. You can use BitGet as well. It's an amazing platform, It looks as though possibly we could be in for a mega pump of around about 35% by the end of the month here. It's a continuation of this breakout. It's a possible scenario right now. So, you could just go long with a really tight stop loss on this point, because you could be sitting in a 35% long by the end of the month here with a continuation to come up to there, in time. So, this is what I do. I just relay what I see in the channel here. No bullshit, no hopium. It is what it is. It's technical analysis. This is a potential scenario. And obviously the invalidation of that is if we start to roll, we lose this red trend line here, which is the bear market, expectation from this high. An 85% drawdown takes out that wave 1 high, and then this scenario is negated and we are actually in some kind of bear market for Bitcoin. Do you understand? So we're clinging on for dear life, and we're at the optimal point for this particular scenario, in sentiment and RSI, and we've got all them indicators that we keep an eye on as well. It could be fruitful going forward, as I'm trying to say to you. So, always by fear, always by blood. And best of luck to everybody, okay? And I wish it works out for everybody, because the CoinsKid community could absolutely be like, we'll have a beach party somewhere, okay? Take care, everyone. Back soon with an update on Bitcoin. Stay off, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye-bye.